Good morning, Vietnam. I am in Nha Trang, Vietnam, and I'm being scammed by my motorcycle taxi here. I understand it, and I choose to go along for the ride and the experience. The hotel I was staying in was quite a ways from this, I don't know, uptown, downtown area, whatever you call it. More the business district, the hotels. And I started walking. I had a friend that sent me a message, do you want to meet for dinner? And I started walking that direction. I had my camera over my shoulder, started walking. It really was too far to walk in the time. I had about 30 minutes to get to the meeting. Motorbike driver come up beside me and didn't speak English for the most part, and it through sign language. Everything was done with sign language. Most Vietnamese do not speak English. So he pointed in the direction I was going and kind of pointed at his motorbike, and I said, how much? And after some more sign language, he put up 3 fingers. So 3 fingers to me, that meant 30,000 Vietnamese dong for the ride. I told him I wanted to go to a sailing club. Sailing club is a bar restaurant right on the sea here, down in this business uptown area. So sailing club is a term, is a name that most people should know. I've used it with taxi drivers that don't speak English here, and they take me right there. It's not a problem. So 3 fingers meant 30,000 dong for the trip. And so I jumped on and started recording, as I always do with my little get up, get to action camera still working. And sorry for the noise in the background. Turn your volume down just a little bit to get rid of some of that. I tried to get rid of some of it as I was editing. Anyway, he passed the area that I wanted to get off at. He kind of pointed, pictures, pictures, and he could say pictures. He knew the English term pictures. And I come to understand that he was going to take me somewhere where there was a good spot to take pictures. And there are lots of good spots to take pictures. There's islands, there's the sea there, and you go up over a bridge and across, over around. In the background there you can see some more land. Kind of go off to the right there. And I'm sure there are some very good places to take pictures anyway. Couple times when we were out getting quite a ways away from where I wanted to go, I told him that I need to meet a friend. Turn around, turn around. And I used my hand out in front of him. Turn around. Trying to use sign language to get him to turn around. And I understood what he was doing. He wanted to make some money taking me out, and it probably is a very nice place to take pictures. But so I finally started understanding that this guy probably wanted 300,000 Vietnamese dong, not 30,000 Vietnamese dong. And you know, I was carrying 4 million in my pocket, so no, you know, what's 300,000 dong anyway? You know, that's pocket change. Anyway, up over the bridge over here, and I decided that, you know what, it's going to get too late. I don't have time to go taking pictures way out here. And I started insisting, no, 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 turn around, using sign language. Turn, turn, turn. I need to meet a friend. And I'm sure he didn't understand my English. But I did, up here at a light up here, or at a intersection, I did get him to turn down a side street. And there again, he could have just done a U-turn, but he started taking me down another street, trying to tell me, picture, picture, you know, that there were more pictures. down this way. And I did get some interesting video going down these side streets. I did get back to where I wanted to go in a reasonable amount of time. I was there just earlier than I had agreed to meet my friend there. And Nha Trang is a huge tourist town. A lot of Russians, a lot of Chinese. A lot of the menus are in Vietnamese and Russian. Vietnamese or Chinese. Many also have some English explanations. So I need to go back. I'm meeting a friend. I need to go back. Yeah. No. I could have motioned for him to pull over to the side of the street, and I could have got on it, grabbed a taxi someplace. Going back that direction, but like I said, I had time. It was a learning experience. I view many things, many experiences, good or bad, as learning experiences, and it wasn't a lot of money in the end, so it wasn't like I was going to lose all my money. And I did see some parts of town that I probably wouldn't have seen if I didn't take this trip. So you weigh the cost benefit. How much is this going to cost me? You know, am I getting some benefit out of it? And okay, no, back. I wasn't upset with the guy to the point where I was going to get violent or really angry. It was an experience in trying to communicate when the other person doesn't speak or understand your language. Lots and lots of tour buses picking up and dropping off people in these different areas. Very close, the airport that comes in and out of here is in Cam Ranh Bay, which is probably 25 kilometers south of here. It's where I flew out of. I'm now back in the Philippines. I approached a number of foreigners, Caucasians, when I was here to see, number one, my first question is, do you speak English? Most French I meet do not speak English, although there was a French couple on a tour that I took who spoke very good English. I met a couple Russians that spoke pretty good conversational Russian, conversational English, and interesting conversation with them. I met several Germans and Austrians that spoke pretty good English. I met a retired guy from Scotland who had that very strong Scottish accent, and he was trying to teach English to a Vietnamese girl there. He worked at a school there. Interesting. It seems that everyone has a scooter or a motorbike here in the Philippines. There are a lot of motorized bicycles, got little batteries. These buses, you hear that alarm, these buses run around with an alarm going full time. And these scooters, a lot of the girls are wearing dresses and high heels. Like I said, everybody has a scooter. And they usually often park them inside of their houses, their apartments. Crossing the road can be a bit challenging, and I watched a couple videos about crossing the road in Vietnam before I come over here, and you walk out, you don't hesitate. I've seen some foreigners and Vietnamese hold their hand up, which usually doesn't do anything. It just means you're holding your hand up. If you hesitate, you confuse the people coming at you because you're walking at a certain pace, a slow pace, probably. And they are calculating within micro inches, micro centimeters, millimeters, which side they're going to miss you on. And if you hesitate, you confuse them. They have to recalculate how they're going to miss you. So kind of walk at a steady pace. Of course, that's no generalization is 100% accurate. So if you get run over in Vietnam, don't blame me. But you just kind of wait for a little bit of a break, and if you don't get a break, you just start walking out, and they will adjust their speed and their angle of approach to miss you, hopefully. Did see one accident where a bike was down. A car or bus must have run it over. But interesting place. This is a tourist city, big beautiful beach there. Lots of tours. There are diving tours. There are island hopping tours. There is a trolley that you can get on, I think for 40 or 60,000 Vietnamese baht to go over to the island. And I think they have a water park over there and a couple big resorts. And I did not get over there. I did get up into a mountain town, about 2.5 hour van ride away. We took a tour up there, a day tour, and up in the mountains, up pretty high. It was cooler up there, though it was a sunny day, so it was still warm. And my Filipino friend I was with said it's like Baguio up north of Manila, up in the mountains up there, which is I think about 5,000 feet in the air or something like that. But anyway, this getting scammed was a bit of a learning experience. I did a previous video about a market I went to in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, and where many of the people were just very, very aggressive. They see you, the tourist, as they got one shot to sell you something and make some money, and some of them get quite aggressive, some not so, but just be aware. Be aware, and even if you have to write the numbers down. What did I end up paying this guy? I thought I was going to pay him $30,000 to start with. He thought he was going to get $300,000. $30,000 is $1.28 US cents. When the ride was over, because I've taken a number of taxi rides, I calculated something much less than the same taxi ride would be. I offered him 100,000 Vietnamese dong, and that's $4.27 US cents. He protested, and I said, hey, I only wanted to go this far. Of course, he didn't understand what I was saying, so that didn't do much good. I gave him another 50, so I ended up paying 150 or $6.40 US cents. He wanted 300,000, $12.80. So it worked out good for him and all right for me. Not bad. But it was a learning experience. Anyway, thank you for coming along. Please like, please share the video, please subscribe. Safe travels to you all wherever you're at, and we'll see you next time.